And if you're struggling now, I know it's going to be hard to hear this. I know, because when I was struggling, it was very hard to hear and to believe it. But when we go through hard things in our life, gratitude and making space for something positive really attracts good stuff. Hello, and thank you for joining our podcast, Hope to Recharge, a show that is designed to bring hope, inspiration, motivation, and some practical tips to those that are battling depression and anxiety, and to those that are supporting loved ones that are going through the journey in this difficult time of depression and anxiety. I'm here to tell you, you are not alone, and we will live beyond depression and anxiety. We will share our stories, one story at a time. In a world of mental health, together is better. I'm your host, Matana. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for helping me yesterday on my first day, my launch day, for all of your support. What we're going to start doing, we are going to have every Thursday 5 to 7 minutes of something that I call attitude of gratitude. One of the first things that I started doing when I was starting my recovery 9 years ago, I read a book about gratitude and how gratitude can really change the way we think and actual things in our lives that we want to change and we're having difficult times with. At the time, it sounded so strange to me and definitely not something that I was familiar with in terms of a daily ritual, and especially not something that I was used to doing during moments of pain and anguish and frustration and sadness. But after reading the book, I was determined that I needed to change my mindset and I wanted to heal, and I said I'm going to try everything. So my journey was full of trying things, and gratitude is something that came with me from the beginning till today. I still practice it. I invite everybody to hear what I did and maybe try it in their lives. So I read this book about the gratitude, then I searched on YouTube all about gratitude, changing mindset, how do we attract things, and how do we make space in our mind, in our hearts, in our bodies, in our lives for positive when we feel that everything is not so positive, dark and bleak. On the days that I was very, very weak, it was hard. It was very hard, but I was persistent, and every night was my hard time. Night was my time when I was fighting my biggest demons, my biggest fears, the most anxiety, many panic attacks. So every night before I went into bed, sometimes I did it from bed because I didn't get out of bed, but I would take a pen and paper and jot down what I was grateful for. In the beginning, it was one thing, and it was hard to find that one thing. And then a week later, 2 things. And then I started growing my list. And week by week, I would go back to look at the stuff that I wrote to remind me, because I forgot. I forgot what I was grateful for sometimes. And it helped me. And it really shifted something inside me. It really shifted. It gave space for me to feel that it's, as much as it feels like it's the end of the world, I still have things that I must be grateful for. And I'm honestly lucky for. And I feel that no matter what people go through in life, no matter what, and if you're struggling now, I know it's going to be hard to hear this. I know, because when I was struggling, it was very hard to hear and to believe it. But when we go through hard things in our life, gratitude and making space for something positive really attracts good stuff, good positive mindset. How we react to things even change. I call this attitude with gratitude, filling your attitude with gratitude. I have 2 bracelets that I wear every day. One of them is made by the company What's Your Word? I think it's called What's Your Word or What's My Word? And they carve out your word on a little round metal piece, and they put it on a bracelet. And one says on it grateful, and it reminds me to be grateful. And the other one is a rubber bracelet that I had my husband print out for me that says, fill your attitude with gratitude. And trust me, I need it, because so many times during the day, even nowadays when I'm not battling depression and anxiety, I need to remember the gratitude, because life gets stressful, life gets hard, and I need to pause and think and shift my mindset from disaster sometimes to, okay, everything passes, everything happens for a reason. What is my moment of gratitude? And nowadays I have a few groups of gratitude that I do with accountability partners, which I'm so grateful for, because it increases the positive energy. When you read other people's gratitude, it really puts a smile on your face. I'm going to try every Thursday to bring you a sample of what I'm grateful for that week, and maybe do this exercise with you, and invite you to try to do this exercise as well, because I really feel that this is one of the things that helped me through the dark time, and it changed something fundamental in my mindset. Even when I was down in the dumps, it really helped me. It's a tough exercise. It doesn't work right away, and it's not something overnight. It's not magic. It's like any other exercise when you're trying to do bodybuilding or kickboxing or running or training for a marathon, whatever it is. It's a build-up, and it's a muscle in our brain that we need to build up to see the gratitude, to feel the gratitude, to attract things that will give us a tremendous sense of gratitude. So today, I think you all know how much I feel an abundance of gratitude to everyone out there, to you all of you that are listening to me, all of you that supported me through this process of building my dream podcast to break the stigma and build awareness around mental health. For all of you that cheered me on, for all of you that believed in me when I wasn't believing in myself, for all of you that gave me space to do this, for all of you that helped me with the technical stuff, for all of you that gave me support once it went live and I was scared and I was worried, and sent me the most beautiful texts, letters, called me, FaceTimed me, all the love, emails, and it was so heartwarming, and I just felt so loved and accepted, and I could not have done this without all of you. And I'm saying this seriously. I could not have done this without you, and especially in this topic of mental health, I can't break the stigma alone. I need everybody to help me, and it's a process. I know it's a process. So you guys really helped me, and my podcast was really going out there, and we got good rankings, and that means that it's a popular show, and that means that people need to hear support about this topic. So I really say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for helping me. Heather Parati, I could not have done this without you. Michael, I could not have done this without you. My gratitude group could not have done this without you. My friends that cheering me on. My friends that cheered me on when I was sick in bed and I couldn't get out of bed, that cheered me on that I can get better. Thank you. My amazing parents that were checking in on me, and my mother giving me encouragement. My sisters that were so excited for me and were trying to give me any tip that can make it better or help me with a name. My BYLR family, Jesse Itzler, what can I say? You built a tribe. You taught us how to think big. Jesse, you are one phenomenal human being. I go to many masterminds, I attend many groups, and this is one of the most unique group created. Jesse Itzler leads by example. He has a big heart. Jesse, thank you for creating this tribe. Thank you for teaching us to set goals. Thank you for teaching us how to run for our dreams. Thank you for teaching us how to live our life to the max. Thank you for teaching us that life gets hard, but no matter what, you got to do what you got to do to have grit, to stay in the game, don't get off the bike, all these fabulous things that you taught us. Thank you for bringing like-minded people together so we can support each other and think big and cheer each other on. All of you out there really helped me get to this goal, set the goal and get to the goal. Andy, you held my hand through the process of setting goals and achieving them and teaching me how to do it step by step when life gets overwhelming. A big gratitude goes out to Jessica from She Podcast for creating a lovely group of tremendous support, a place for me to go and ask questions, get the answers I needed, get the guidance, get the motivation, and a place for us to network with other podcasters, like-minded podcasters, and dream together, apply together, work together. So thank you, Jessica, for creating this amazing group. And thank you for everyone in She Podcast that helped me through this creation and the birth of this podcast. Thank you to Jared from the podcast movement. Podcast movement has been so supportive and such an amazing group for me from the first day in Philly last summer, when I decided that I will start my podcast. That's where I got the inspiration. And Jared, you have been a true friend, a true human, support, kind, and there's not enough words for me to show my appreciation to everything that you've done for me and for all of the support that your community gave me, the podcast movement group. Thank you. And I want to give a special thanks to my family, to Ari for giving me the most support, space, and encouragement and cheering me on. And the best husband that could be for mental illness, for sure, which will be in a different podcast, and for really believing in me and for being proud of me and doing anything to support me through my journey of my business, my passions, my friendships, my giving back, and to my children, my amazing children that were so happy for me and so proud of me and so part of the journey and so patient and loving and caring. This today gratitude goes for anybody that supported me through this process of launching the podcast. If I forgot to mention anybody, it was just not because I forgot what you did for me. It's because I'm getting old and I forgot to mention it. I love you all. I thank you all. Looking forward to seeing you in next Attitude with Gratitude Thursday. What is your gratitude of the day? I invite you to share it with us. You can go into our Facebook group and share it with us. Sharing it on a community really brings it out. Really, really brings it out. I have so much more to say, but it's Thursday and it's the beginning of the day. So love you all. Have a wonderful weekend and see you next week. And love to hear what you are grateful for today. Thank you for joining us and taking the time to listen. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can hear further episodes. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave feedback and ratings below. Let us know if there's any topic that you would like to hear from us in the future. Bye till next time.